You know, guys, have you guys ever heard of that thing where it's like a man will go through several horrifyingly terrible experiences in his life that will ultimately benefit him in the long run, where he gains wisdom, he gains strength and courage and all these other things. But unfortunately, he does need to experience that absolute gauntlet first. Guys, I think that's gonna be the reality for a lot of Call of Duty gooch lickers and fanboys out there, because in the wake of Battlefield 6, I just got done playing it on stream, went to class, came back, played a few more games. I'm just gonna be straight up, man. Battlefield 6 has literally sharted inside of Call of Duty's mouth. And the records that this game will be breaking inevitably, it's not even a discussion between Call of Duty versus Battlefield 6. And I'm gonna get into all of that right now, but before we do, guys, I'm gonna need you to please anaconda squeeze the like button and subscribe if you're new, guys, down in the comments below. Hashtag F7, we're on the way to 70K, but I got a little benchmark for you guys at 65K. I'm gonna be giving away a free copy of Battlefield 6. But don't just sub for the chance to win that. I want you to be invested in the shit that we got going on here, because you're not gonna wanna miss any of the things we talk about here, guys. This is a tweet that is coming out from Scatmaster Charles, where he says, Battlefield 6 has passed 455,000 players on Steam in just 20 minutes. I'm gonna be straight up, guys. I expected Battlefield 6 very wholeheartedly to destroy Call of Duty on the charts. It's obvious. Anybody with a working brain could have told you that. But I don't even think the smartest of people could have ever predicted that the Battlefield 6 Steam chart numbers within the first 20 minutes would damn near surpass Call of Duty's all-time peak on Steam. And I understand, I know,
That doesn't count. Think that the 1% player base on your hitting for views. I'm a virgin. I've never seen a woman in my life.
Alright, bro, this is where we're gonna ask you to just take, you know, like 20 steps back and speak from a distance, because I mean, I could just smell that bottom lip from you right now, just trying to defend Call of Duty. We've talked about why Steam charts are relevant already on the channel, so if you don't know how it's relevant, I'm sorry, but you're just gonna have to take a fucking statistics class, alright? I can try to teach you, but the Call of Duty fan base has an average IQ of like 14 on a good day. But look, when I woke up and I saw that number, I was fucking appalled. Okay, I didn't expect that in the goddamn slightest. And when I played Battlefield 6 finally, after a couple hours, and I played it on Steam for, I don't know, like 2 hours, something like that, it was obvious why this was the case. This is not a Battlefield 6 review. That might happen in the future very shortly, but my initial impressions of Battlefield 6 were that they are absolutely capitalizing on the momentum set by several different things. Things like their beta, which was hyper successful, their marketing, which has been impeccable, and the absolute circus clown show that has been going on with Call of Duty, Activision, and Black Ops 7.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yes, there's changes about Battlefield 6 from the beta that some people dislike. There's things that I think they changed for the better. Like I said, a detailed review will be on the way shortly, but my first impression was genuinely that Battlefield 6 felt like an incredible fucking game. And that's not just me gooch licking to gooch lick. I have positive things to say about Call of Duty and Black Ops 7 specifically that we'll get into very shortly, but after those initial 20 minutes, it just got significantly worse, guys. This is another tweet from Charlie Intel where he says, Battlefield 6 has now surpassed 700,000 players on Steam just 1 hour after launch. Guys, when people cope about the low Steam chart numbers for COD, they always tell us that weekdays don't count because that's when all these people are at work. Guys, what about the 700,000 that are on Battlefield 6? Do they not have jobs as well? Is it not a weekday? Does this number not count? And are you insinuating that the number's only going to get larger through the weekend? Like I said, no matter which way you cut this, Battlefield 6 is literally ground pound stomping on Call of Duty's fucking forehead. But I do like the fact that I can cover both games, I can be positive about both games, I can be negative about both games, and it wouldn't fucking matter, man. I'm gonna be negative about Battlefield 6 right now. I heard that a lot of people were having issues with the EA app, and it was really fucking annoying. That is literally the opposite of what you want within the launch window of your game, is that people can't play the fucking game. However, these are the differences that make Battlefield 6 a better game than Call of Duty in my opinion, because when we have this inconvenient issue within Battlefield 6, just hours later, EA says Battlefield 6 players who played on the EA app on PC and experienced issues trying to log in today will be granted bonus XP boosters and a seasonal battle pass for fucking free. Yo, EA, listen up, man. You know what? I think I tried playing on the EA app as well and it didn't work, and then I switched to Steam. Do you think I can get a free battle pass? Can we do something like that? I know if this were Activision, then maybe if I was like, you know, beneath your sack, just fucking going crazy like Tiana Trump, maybe you would give me a free battle pass too, right? Like a lot of the streamers over at COD Next. Or, I don't know, any of the content creators that are upset with the Scatmaster for talking that motherfucking shit. Yeah, just a bunch of Tiana Trumps out there, man. But this is exactly what you want to see out of your developers and your publishing company, is that they're extremely quick to react to problems, especially when they're as grave as this during a time like this. And the compensation, in my opinion, maybe it's not worth it because, you know, your time got wasted, but I personally think this isn't half bad at all. Now guys, just to get back into it, if I'm not mistaken, Battlefield 6 had a peak of like 745,000 or some shit on Steam, which is fucking ridiculous. Just to put it in perspective, Battlefield 6's beta had like, I don't know, like 500,000 or some shit. And people were out there saying that, oh, just wait until the game launches, it's not gonna be as hyped. And yet, when we looked at the Black Ops 7 beta, it didn't even hit 100,000 players. And what your logic is saying is that when the game finally launches, that number is going to be lower than the beta numbers. And if that's the case for the Black Ops 7 launch numbers, motherfucker, you're telling me that that shit is going to be ass.
That shit is a 2-pack of ass.
Absolute fucking ass. Now, before I get into the positive things about Black Ops 7 and Call of Duty, I just need to let it be known that the predictions right now go as follows. The Ghost of Hope says Battlefield 6 is 100% outselling Black Ops 7. COD is going to be pretty cooked this year, and next with GTA 6 coming out as well. Still gonna enjoy BO7 because they're doing a lot right, but I wish the worst on MW 2019 Part 4 and Infinity Ward after these past several years. Infinity Ward is a topic for a different video, you'll see why. Oh, and I got another one here for you guys, and it wouldn't be a Fooly video if it weren't for this right here. Ladies and gentlemen, you know exactly who this tweet is coming out from. Mr. Doug Dimmadome Warzone.
Fuck you, Doug!
Genuinely think Battlefield 6 might beat Call of Duty in sales on next-gen consoles. That's all BF6 is releasing on outside of PC. Gonna be really interesting to see how this all goes down over the next month or two. And actually, that reminds me, because I've seen a lot of Call of Duty gooch lickers give me the cope that Call of Duty is available on several different platforms, therefore Steam doesn't really count and it's not indicative of anything, which, you know, I'm just telling you again, a statistics course in college will do you wonders, alright? Trust me. But keep in mind that Battlefield 6 literally charted all over Black Ops 7 on the PlayStation charts for pre-ordering, and yet Battlefield 6 is only available on PS5, and Call of Duty is still available on PS4 as well as PS5. And still, there is more pre-orders for Battlefield 6 despite having half the fucking console generation. Guys, we're gonna keep this going. The predictions are not done yet. This is a tweet that comes out from Charlie Intel. Analysts estimate that Battlefield 6 has already made over $100 million in pre-sales on Steam. These aren't even post-sale launch numbers, man. Over 100 million already. Now, obviously, Call of Duty is around the billions and shit like that, you know, by the end of the year, but 100 million on one platform, day one, before the game even launched, is fucking insane. But it just goes to show, man, like, this isn't just fake hype. This isn't just people fake hating Call of Duty Black Ops 7, like, no, I'm sorry, but the FPS community, bigger than Call of Duty obviously, is heavily leaning in one direction more than the other. I implore all of you guys to try to be on the right side of history, but of course, if you don't like Battlefield 6, I'm not gonna tear you down, I'm not gonna call you stupid or anything like that. If you enjoy Black Ops 7 prior to what happened before the open beta went live, then yeah, I would have called you stupid, but this is really where things start taking a turn, guys. After the open beta went live for Black Ops 7, I did have quite a bit of a change of heart. Now, shout out to everybody out there that thinks I have absolutely nothing positive to say about Call of Duty, because I, unfortunately for you, do. The change about skill-based matchmaking and disbanding lobbies as well as aim assist, those are things that I have absolutely nothing negative to say. I mean, there might be like an asterisk about SBMM that we can talk about in a separate video down the road, but on the surface, it is a net positive. The problem is, and it's not necessarily a thing about Black Ops 7 specifically, It's about the fact that it's way too fucking late. Your competition has been excelling this entire time for the last like 2-3 months, and you have been sitting idly by doing jack shit with your game, hoping that your Call of Duty gooch slickers and your SBMM algorithms are just gonna generate you free cash so that you don't need to give a fuck about what your sale numbers look like or about the success of your game at launch. Obviously, they want their launch to be fucking impeccable, obviously. But when they saw that that wasn't happening because the pre-ordering was low, because a lot of people have been opening their eyes to the bullshit, as well as a lot of people like myself and anybody else with a platform that's been talking shit and advising you guys to not pre-order, that in combination with the feedback that we have been giving out, plus the addition of your competitor literally being like a titan versus, I don't know, like a little furry femboy little guy, I'm not sure, guys.
What the fuck type of nigga is you? Nigga, what the fuck type of nigga is you, bro?
All I'm saying is, clearly, they were forced to make these changes. Are they positive changes? Yes, I will never discount that. But the fact of the matter is, Battlefield 6 in its current state, with the current numbers and projections, it looks like it's beating the dog shit out of Call of Duty, and I do think it was too late for Activision to have made these changes, despite me enjoying the changes. And I even told you guys during the beta, when I was playing it on stream and on videos, that the open mosh pit playlist was actually a pretty good addition. Like, there was times that I will tell you right now, I had a lot of fun. What's unfortunate is that a lot of these Call of Duty Tiana Trumps out here, they can't see the fact that people like myself have been talking shit, and even though it's annoying, we're doing it for like an actual legitimate purpose. Because could you imagine if Battlefield 6 had been shitting all over Call of Duty this entire time like they are right now, and Activision for whatever reason still didn't make any of these changes? The numbers would be even worse for Call of Duty. And actually, I think I'm gonna end off this video with honestly one of the greatest comments I've received in quite some time. Obviously, people have very nice things to say about the Scadmaster, which is awesome, I'm flattered, but a difficult thing to do is admit that you're wrong. And this guy out here, I'm not using this to call him out or make fun of him, I actually just want to tell him, like, genuinely thank you. Like, this is a beautiful fucking comment. This guy, I'm Carpet, says, as a hater of your content in the past, I do want to thank you. From my perspective, I never expect COD to make a change like this, and seeing you constantly complain about SBMM just annoyed me more than anything. I just felt you were too negative, and I'm sorry, but I was wrong. You and other content creators made this happen, and there's no doubt about that. I really like seeing a positive video for once, and I genuinely hope things can stay positive for a while. But without videos like yours creating a discussion in the community, nothing will ever change. Again, I'm sorry for any hateful comments in the past. Thank you for saving this franchise. I'm not gonna claim to be the savior of Call of Duty. That's not me. I'm just the fucking Scadmaster in a normal human world, alright? What I will say is, all of you are always welcome to the motherfucking party over here with the Scadmaster, ladies and gentlemen. Battlefield 6 has created some phenomenal moments for both communities, the Battlefield community as well as the Call of Duty community, and I'm glad that there was some altering forces that made Activision change some shit about Black Ops 7. Obviously, I do feel like I contributed, at least in my small micro way of doing it, and seeing the acknowledgement from people who have previously disagreed with me, it is a great thing. That is exactly what Call of Duty needs right now. It's exactly what this community needs if they want to stand a chance against fucking Battlefield 6 right now, because let's be honest, it's not close whatso goddamn ever. But this comment, it paints a beautiful picture for what could be within the Call of Duty community if and only if they start playing their cards right. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. What are your thoughts on the Battlefield 6 launch and what it means for a game like Black Ops 7, especially when you're comparing the numbers and the success? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.